Mike Tyson released this new video of him shadow boxing for a few seconds, talking about he's going to channel the spirit of Mao or whatever it was if he does come back. Now, I said in one of my previous videos about Mike Tyson that people are reading too much into the, 4 or 5 second clip of him hitting the pads. And they said that, the first clip that came out, they said that, oh, wow, he's faster than any of the heavyweights around today, and he could still come back and compete. This is what some people were saying, getting carried away. And then more clips came out. Again, very short clips. But when I saw the other short clips, that is where, I knew already, and I was saying already that Mike Tyson's not going to be able to come back and beat any of the relevant heavyweights today. But when I saw the other clips, that really brought it home to me exactly how far Mike Tyson has deteriorated. And obviously, as a 53-year-old man, he's supposed to have deteriorated. He's still in great shape right now for a 53-year-old, don't get it twisted. And he could probably beat the living daylights out of just about every 53-year-old alive, and probably most younger people too. But when we're talking about elite level heavyweight boxing, what I saw in Mike Tyson's latest video, in the second and third clips where he was on the pads as well, but more so in this latest video where he's shadow boxing, is that Mike Tyson is nothing like he was 15 years ago, much less when he was in his prime. You look at that shadow boxing video and his body, even though he's in shape, he looks like an old man. Yeah, the way his muscles look, they have atrophied to the point where, this is nothing like the man who even fought Danny Williams. Yeah, he doesn't have the muscle definition, mass, etc. that he used to have. His muscles are not going to function the same way. And it's not just the way his body looks, but also the way he's moving in the shadow boxing video, the way he's throwing the punches, the way he tries to step to the side. It all just looks like an old man. Again, I mean an old man version of Tyson, because there are some young fighters who don't even move that fluidly now. But when you compare Tyson shadow boxing in that clip to Tyson shadow boxing in his prime, or even Tyson shadow boxing after prison, when people say he was past his prime, Tyson back then was a completely different physical specimen, a completely different athlete. So, yeah, I hate to burst the bubble, but let's be realistic, people. Mike Tyson would struggle to beat a tough journeyman right now. And I'm serious. If there's a tough journeyman out there willing to fight Mike Tyson, big guy, take a good shot, who will actually bring the pain and have a go, I think Mike Tyson could be in serious trouble. And somebody who I would suggest as being a tough journeyman is, let's say, Marius Wack. I think if the Marius Wack who fought Dylan White turned up to fight Mike Tyson, this 53-year-old version, I'm telling you that Marius Wack wins. Probably stops Tyson. Remember, Kevin McBride. And I think Kevin McBride lost to Marius Wack, didn't he? Can't remember now. But Kevin McBride beat Mike Tyson 15 years ago. And Mike Tyson 15 years ago was way better physically than he is now. I know people talk about, oh, he was only fighting for money and to clear his debts and all this kind of business. People, Mike Tyson is not the same guy anymore. Physically, it's not there. So I think people are, definitely letting their imaginations run wild and getting carried away. So look, we all love Tyson. We all hope that there will someday be a new Mike Tyson. Although I doubt there'll ever be a fighter of his kind of build and size that can move the way he does with the speed and power, the ferocity. Tyson always had a great chin, punch variety, all that kind of stuff. There'll never be another Mike Tyson, but a fighter in his type of mold, as in a Rocky Marciano, a Joe Frazier, a short, aggressive heavyweight who's very exciting. Now, some people say we've already got those, right? We've got Andy Ruiz, we've got, Oscar Rivas, and maybe even Derek Chisora. We've got guys like that. Povetkin. Yeah, but none of those guys have lit up the division. the way that Joe Frazier did or the way that Rocky Marciano or Mike Tyson did. So we're still waiting for that. Will it ever come? Yeah, probably at some stage. They might not be as small as the likes of Frazier, Marciano, and Tyson. They'll probably be more, 230 pounds, maybe 6'1", 6'2", whenever they do arrive. But I think at some stage in boxing, we will see the return of a dominant short heavyweight, a pressure fighter at some stage. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Maybe you totally disagree with me about Mike Tyson. Maybe you think he can come back and demolish everybody again. I think you're deeply naive if you really believe that. At the absolute very best, and even this would be an incredible achievement, at the absolute very best, the only thing I would even entertain in my wildest imagination is Mike Tyson coming back, having a few fights, and then maybe getting a shot at a WBA regular belt against Freza Kendo or something and maybe coming up with a win. Even that is a stretch, to be honest with you. But that's about as far as I can imagine for Mike Tyson. Does he still have power? Of course he does. If you stood up Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, or Deontay Wilder and allowed Mike Tyson to have a free shot at any one of their chins, well, he's going to hurt him. He'll probably drop him. But in boxing, it's very rare for you to get a free shot at somebody's chin. You have to worry about what's coming back at you. I mean, there are journeymen out there. There are fighters who will never become world champions or even get close, who, if you gave them a free shot, could knock out probably any of the world champions. Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, if they just had one free shot. I mean, David Price has already knocked out Anthony Joshua in the gym with 18 or 20 ounce gloves on back in the days. You gave him a free shot at AJ's chin right now, he could probably knock him out again. But AJ's not going to give him a free shot, and he's going to have to worry about what's coming back from AJ. Same goes for Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury been dropped plenty of times in his career. I'm sure if he stood still with his hands behind his back and David Price hit him with his best shot, David Price could drop him. Okay, but again, boxing is a lot deeper than that, people. We should all know this. So the chances of Mike Tyson coming back and being successful, knocking everybody out again, I would say slim and none, and Slim's left town, as his old promoter Don King used to say. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Can Mike Tyson come back and shock the world, become the oldest heavyweight champion in history, beating George Foreman's record? George Foreman himself was very impressed. He did a complete U-turn. At first, he was saying Tyson shouldn't come back. He's got nothing to prove. Then he was like, Tyson looked great. He should come back. He could be a contender. So anyway, let me know where you stand, people. You're Sam and I'm out.